Okie So
Where's
obviously it's going to be Hunwars on Arabia, as they discussed before. Desert Arabia.
Okay.
It's going to be extra interesting in my opinion.
I'm sorry, so Desert Arabia, I'm in the game now. Let's see. Arabia Hunwars indeed, yes. So let's take a look at the maps. Do you want to?
Yeah, sure. You want to get started, or?
Yeah, I'll get started then with Gmischa first. Well, he's got an interesting map to say the least. It's pretty open, I would say, on his left side, and he's got that oasis in front of him, so that is that's kind of okay, I guess. But his wood line is I don't really like it. He does have a good wood line to the right, but that's also pretty far away from his town center. Other than that, he's got his boar forts, his gold forts as well. Like, I really don't like his map.
No, me neither. Especially like all his 3 golds are very forward, and having the hills next to it is going to make it very hard to contest. Like the best bet he can probably do is, if they go for Cav Archers, get your ranges on that hill and try to hold from there to make sure you have gold income. But his map is really open and the hills aren't really in his favor. So it's going to be really hard to defend. So he probably wants to be the aggressor here.
Yeah, I agree. So going over then to the other side, what do you think about Earnest's map?
Earnest's map seems a bit better in my opinion. His wood line seems a bit more solid. He's also kind of surrounded with hills. His north is very open.
Yeah.
And on the left side, his main gold, it isn't as awkward as Gmischa's gold because it's kind of in the back from Gmischa's position. But again, it's in this valley next to the hill. So it can be really a point to contest for Gmischa and Earnest, because denying the gold is obviously very important in Hunwar once you get to Cav Archers. So the hill control is going to be very important, and being the aggressor seems to be really important, as you kind of often see on Desert Arabia maps, as the maps are not too friendly.
Yeah, seems like it.
But he has another 2 wood lines in the back, so I kind of like his map, really.
Okay.
It isn't insane, but it's okay.
No, I think still Earnest's map is a little bit better than Gmischa's. So
what is kind of nice for Gmischa though is that the only one wood line he really has, well, he has the one in the oasis and the one on the right. But the one on the right is actually pretty big, because otherwise on Desert Arabia you can often see players forced to move out on the map very early because the wood lines are very small. But at least he can sustain with this one for quite long, even though it's kind of a risky wood line.
Yeah, and it's up a hill, so that's also positive.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes. Thanks for the follow, Golden Ant. Was nice looking at your games. Okay, so that's it. And I noticed how Earnest had a damaged scout, and it seemed like Gmischa didn't have that. So I was wondering if he tried to lame the boar and failed or not. Or did he just run into the TC?
But that's okay though, because that gives you plenty
I think he just ran into the TC.
Get the stream.
What is this?
What? I didn't see him aiming the ball.
I hear something. Is that from you?
I love this chat.
I wouldn't know.
Yo, at the beginning,
it is,
I
yes.
don't think so.
It's you.
Where
or not? No, I'm so confused right now. Where is this coming from?
What is it?
Oh, what? Oh wait, that's somebody else. Okay, I think everything is alright. Yeah, I had somebody open. I had my own stream on pause, and then the one I hosted hosted somebody else, and then it starts playing again. It's really awkward from Twitch.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
A lot of people complaining about it, but I see here Ernest taking some gold, and he's got a barracks up, so he's gonna trash.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
We see Gmischa doing loom already. Is he simply... Okay, he's just going to up with 21. So Gmischa seems to be going for the usual scout. You see him moving 9 on wood as well, which is kind of usual for the build order. I think he just... Yeah, he did spot a barracks with the drush, so he knows what's coming in. I kind of understand drushing from Ernest's position. Because his map kind of allows it. He can defend it pretty okay. Only the gold is kind of risky, but against scouts it's doable, I suppose.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, kind of risky. I was thinking maybe he planned on going man-at-arms forward, but then he would have gone up already.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any more militia queued up just yet, so he's playing a bit weird, I think. He might go with man-at-arms maybe after all.
Oh, that's actually kind of... I'm not sure. To me, it looks as if he's forgetting to queue up more militias. Because you wouldn't go man-at-arms with 26 pop. That's just too much delay.
Yeah, maybe, but then he would completely forget about the drush. So what is it? Is he maybe going defensive drush or something? But that would be weird as well, because...
That would be really weird. Maybe he's like... Oh, wait. I have an idea. Maybe he actually planned on going drush first, but he doesn't really feel comfortable drushing from here on. He expects Gmischa to go scouts. From there on, maybe he thinks he can defend with a few spears, doesn't want to invest the food and gold into the militias, but instead just tries to get up earlier using that food and gold. So
yeah, looks like it. He's walling up
to get his castle time a bit better.
Ernest just joined Sai, as I heard. Walling up everything completely, but his base is so small.
Yeah.
Like this. Although, you know, he is protecting his gold, that is good. That is if Gmischa would go with scouts, and indeed he is. Putting out a stable and getting out the scouts. So yeah, walling up makes sense.
Yeah, I feel... It feels like a bit of a cocky move. Like, usually, if you FC on Arabia, you're going to get a drush out to delay your opponent, make sure his flush is going to be very late, and it isn't going to deal any damage in combination with some walls you have on your own. But
yeah, but look at this now.
Putting a drush out, that it's just... You're giving Gmischa a lot of space to actually do something here. The question is, he actually has some nice walls out, but...
Yeah, but he's now getting down an archery range.
With some scouts.
He's getting an archery range instead. And
yeah, I think he's just going straight for cav archers from here. Instead of getting a stable up. I mean, eventually he will need to get a stable for bloodlines. He could go knights as well. It isn't too uncommon if you go drush FC as Huns. But I guess he feels more comfortable going cav archers.
Yeah, so he basically changed his mind then. Because he did queue up that one militia.
I guess he was like, hey, I can drush now, but my drush isn't going to do anything with these scouts on the field. So I'm just gonna try defend with walls and spears, and
yeah,
that's it.
Must have been something like that.
And to be honest, for now it seems to be working, because Gmischa isn't really stopping his eco in any way, except an awful lot of time put into walling.
Yeah, but he would have done that anyway. I think, anyway, at least.
Yeah, indeed. But like, technically seen, you know, if Gmischa wasn't on the map, he probably wouldn't have walled.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, so he's up to Castle now. He's going to lose one vill.
Yeah, he did lose one villager. Maybe you're a bit behind, but I saw the villager already going down.
Yeah, I did lose. I did. It just mentioned I saw one vill going down.
And Gmischa is...
Go ahead.
Yeah, Gmischa is really far away still from Castle Age. No, not really far, but he will be later. Let's see. Yeah, Gmischa gotta be careful with his scouts running around. Not dying to the spear. Oh, a 1 HP villager for Ernest. Oh, that's so... Let's see if he can still... He should be able to snipe it still, man. Come on, 1 HP. That's not too difficult.
I think he doesn't know which one is that low.
He should be checking the HPs. Oh,
it's
two
kind of
scouts
interesting
down.
How you can see that Gmischa just immediately stopped producing after 2 scouts because he noticed what Anton was up to. Probably because of the late feudal uptime. We saw him just not going feudal, and he was like, hey, if I'm going to spend too much food on scouts, he's going to be up in cast way earlier, and he's going to punish me very hard for it. Although now it appears he will still be cast up quite a bit earlier, especially as Gmischa's clicking wheelbarrow right now instead of clicking up.
Yeah, I think that's Sakino who said it, that if you have such a high population or villager count in feudal age, that it's sometimes just better to get wheelbarrow first in feudal and then go up, but I don't know. It's
Yeah, but for now, I feel like getting X-Bow upgrade and Bodkin Arrow is going to be so important when
Yeah.
Anton is Castaway and going Cav Archers with 3 ranges. I don't really agree with that decision. I wouldn't go Wheelbarrow first. It's going to be a big boost for his economy, I agree, but I think it's going to screw him over in the long run.
oh, Wickea, you gotta be president now, man. You could be president of
God.
the channel.
Not again.
Not again. Oh, okay. You were already president somewhere. Yeah, shit. Then you can't be it here.
I wasn't born on this channel. Can I still be president then?
Oh, maybe. I would have to
I don't know, the last
talk with my
time.
ambassador about that.
Okay. I don't feel like a speech, but you can get a cast. Okay, so first Cav Archers are moving out. He
Yes.
obviously doesn't have bloodlines yet. He does have flexing, no Bodkin Arrow yet. Well, the archers aren't going to, well, might be able to stop him or at least get him off the gold. Maybe Anton can try to outmaneuver him a little bit, pick off some fills here and there, because obviously the Cav Archers are quite a bit quicker. But the gold of Gmischa is pretty safe for now. And he actually stonewalled the rest of his base, so
Wait,
Gmischa
who?
might be in kind of a
Gmischa.
decent spot here.
Yeah, I think. So yeah, I have to ask you: can you speak the info messages of your Ducky's entering machine?
Oh wow, the pleasure would be mine, I suppose.
Nice answer, very classy. Okay, going back to the game. Gmischa up to Castle Age,
Getting a
padded
third
archer
range, yeah.
armor, getting a third range indeed, and he's got a lot of archers and skirmishers. So yeah, crossbow it will be, right?
Yeah, let me see. How many customers does he have?
Maybe
I
it's
think it's
something-
enough to go for the Expo upgrade. I mean, it isn't that expensive. Yeah, he has something like 10, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think it's worth getting the Expo upgrade out. And he's
Yes,
going
there
to
you
get
go.
it.
Yes.
Bodkin Arrow as well. I don't think he will be going for elite skirms because that will be a little bit over the top.
Yeah, I think so as well. You rather just should get more crossbows out.
I think he's going to transition to Cav Archers from here on. He
Okay,
also
yes.
has the stable up already, so the bloodlines is going to be easy to get for him. I'm kind of curious when Anna's plans on getting bloodlines and a stable.
Yeah. I don't see any blood or stable yet from Gmischa.
He has one in the back. He went for Scouts earlier, recall.
Oh, what? Oh, that one. Ah, yeah, yes. Gmischa for caster, that's for sure. You got, I mean, accepted. Congratulations. Okay, so...
one thing I really love is how that militia is still sitting in the barracks.
So it's there. Yeah. But now what? You know, the Gmischa can't really do anything about the Cav Archers, so I would say he should try and go rest the woodline, would be really nice. There you go. Earnestwill already feels it. Going back now. And getting a mangonel out, okay. See.
I actually find this a really interesting decision of Gmischa to go forward with his army, because Anton obviously has more Cav Archers out because he has been in Castaway longer. So he knows that Anton has a more mobile army at this stage in the game.
Yeah,
But he chooses to send his less mobile army forward and kind of risk his own gold. Because now Anton can simply run in,
oh,
easily
yeah.
outnumbers him. The elite
Yes.
skirms give him a slight edge, but
And the hill bonus.
yeah, the hill bonus is really working out. Like, this is what I mentioned in the early game. The hill, it's really pesky when your enemy get it, but on the other hand, if you are able to defend from it, it might be a slight blessing.
Yeah, looks
I'm
like
kind of
Gmischa-
surprised though that
Hmm.
Anton didn't get more there.
I don't know, because what would have been a bit passive for Gmischa to just stay there, right? And looking at this, he didn't really need that many units to defend anyway, so yeah, why not go forward, see if you can do anything? The thing is, he couldn't because yeah, Ernest was walled completely.
Yeah, fair enough. He had the information earlier though that Ernest was completely walled as he started with his scout rush. So I think that's why I didn't really thought the decision was worthwhile. But considering he researched Elite Skirm, I suppose he could afford to actually go forward, because I didn't really consider how the Elite Skirms will be fine at defending that. But one thing that's kind of risky, as they can tank a lot of damage but not deal a lot of damage, is that the enemy just picks off the gold miners.
Gmischa not on patrolling here. Taking some shots from the Cav archers. Or is he just ignoring them? I don't know.
Ooh, he's gonna get picked off now.
Yeah, for sure now. And it looks like he's just not on patrol.
Gmischa has bloodlines now, by the way.
Yeah, that is really good.
One defense upgrade more, so
yeah, so
his
he could take.
Cav are going to be a bit stronger.
Let's see now. Come on, let's take this fight. Yeah,
Ooh,
that's a good fight.
This will be a hard call in my opinion, because you're on that hill and you have more Cav archers, but you're fighting against the elite skirms, which is just really pesky. Like,
yeah,
what can you do in such a scenario?
Yeah,
you
just
can maybe
run away.
try and pick off the enemy's Cav archer, but
no, I don't think that's worth it. So now
that might be really cocky.
I think the risk is too big. So Town Center now coming for the gold. That's good. Then it's gonna be nice and safe there with the Town Center, or at least a little bit harder to arrest. And Gmischa now going for the gold mine, but he didn't notice that first mangonel shot. So he's taking some damage he didn't have to take. But he's trying to go in there.
Yeah, trying to get the wall down a little bit. He could get on the hill and try and sign the mangonels.
Oh man, it's again a bad shot he's taking.
He's kind of playing with fire here.
Yeah, he is. I think he should try to snipe the mango, but gotta be really careful. Micro pretty well, and with the villagers behind it, Ernest basically can just keep repairing the mangoes.
He's not looking at these Cav archers now. There's just okay. Now he finally responds.
Yeah,
just 3 pickings.
Okay, so Ernest will only just getting wheelbarrow.
Oh, and he has 2 siege workshops. That is interesting. He's getting 3 mangonels out.
Really?
And he already has 2. That's a kind of high number of mangonel. I don't like it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think 2 was enough.
I think 2 is fine, because you want your core army to be Cav archers, and those mangonels force your opponent to like split and waste time, so his Cav archers fire less. And that's how you're going to make your Cav archers more effective using the mangonels. You don't want mangonels to be the main army, because then they're just going to be dodged very often, at least in most scenarios.
But still, so 2 is gonna be enough. But let's look now. Nice split there from Gmischa. But it is really dangerous, I would say, with the Cav archers. But no, he's gotta go back. Gmischa got a slight hill advantage, but with that amount of elite skirmishers, he's not gonna get the mangoes. So pretty nice move here, because Gmischa now on the other side is harassing the gold mine. And yeah, got a few free kills there.
Yeah, and the veil count is now actually equal between the players, the military count as well. One thing I'd like to mention about the military count, though, is that obviously Gmischa has more skirms and expos mixed in, which make his army a bit less effective at raiding, but more effective at...
Yeah, but still, Ernest taking
combat,
a little bad fight there. Should not have taken that fight, but with the mangoes he's just fine. And yes, indeed, that is a lot of mangoes.
All these mangonels,
yeah,
it's just insane.
Yeah, but I have to say, like you pointed out already as well, it's a lot of cavalry archers for Ernest.
I'm just kind of surprised, because Gmischa is really nicely putting Anton in a defensive role here. He's constantly putting some pressure. He isn't really doing an awful lot of damage, but he makes sure that Anton isn't striking back at any time. And
yeah.
That kind of makes sure that Gmischa's map doesn't get punished as badly as we kind of expected in the beginning.
It's also, what is also nice for Gmischa is that Ernest's base is so small that he will have a hard time moving out. Right? I think he will have to move out eventually, right? So yeah, that's gonna be a bit difficult.
Yeah, and there's 2 other goals on the left side at the bottom of that big hill. I guess he might have an easy time defending it, but on the other hand, it feels like it can be raided very easy as well.
Yeah, it's really far
Gmischa
out.
has 3 TCs now. which is pretty nice, as Anson is still at 2 TCs, and now you can see the difference in village account coming up. And sorry if I'm interrupting you sometimes.
Yeah,
Please
that's all right.
continue.
Well, for now, no, that's all right. It looks like or Gmischa is going back now with archers or crossbows, and Ernest going forwards with all his mangonels. He didn't really need all those mangoes to defend, and he's queuing up more cavalry archers at home, as it seems. Oh, actually a skirmisher as well. But,
oh, an Imperial Age being clicked for Gmischa.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
That is pretty fast. Nice.
Anson is only getting double bit X right now.
Oh.
That is
Yeah, looking
painful.
looking at his resources, he isn't really that far off, but yeah, Gmischa can just tank this for a little bit. After that, get the upgrades. He's got the hill advantage right now, taking the fight, and he's rightly doing so. Anton or Ernest waiting for the mangoes to come in, but Gmischa got his own. Yes,
well.
He's got his own mango. Let's yes. Okay, that's one mango down, two mangoes down, and nice trade there for Gmischa.
Definitely a good fight for Gmischa here, in my opinion. Ooh, is he going to pick another one?
Yeah, for sure.
Come
that
on,
one
Gmischa.
is yes,
Easily.
yeah. No problem whatsoever.
Ooh, and info, and it's coming through as well.
Yes, indeed. So he's not too far behind. Not too far.
Not too far, but I still am giving Gmischa kind of an edge here.
Oh, yeah.
Just look at the military count in the first place. I don't know. Again, he has skirms mixed in and stuff, but it's still
not
a large military count difference.
Yeah, not that much anymore like it was in the beginning, because he didn't have that many cavalry archers. For now, he has a really decent army.
Yeah, really solid count. And now I'm thinking about it, and still did not get bloodlines. And neither does he have +2 defense. So
yeah,
his cavalry archers are a whole lot weaker.
And soon,
So
well,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
If and yeah, besides it will only increase if he's gonna go Imperial first. There you go. Heavy cavalry archers coming out, and oh, what is Ernest doing here? Going forward with his fiddles. You should have made sure that there were no units there. Oh yeah. GG, yeah.
And that's a GG.
Nice.
Painful.
Yeah, well, it is painful. Yeah.
My map was actually worse. I disagree.
I think I disagree.
I think Misha's map was worse, but
it was a nice game, you know. Ernest tried his best. Villager
it was
rush.
a really fun game though. But I find it really a pity that Ernest forgot to get double bit X early. It's kind of a big difference. That he forgot to get bloodlines. These things make a lot of difference, and they're small things to do.
Yeah.
No, he just said he's not really used to Hunswa. I guess that kind of explains it. Misha's a big fan of Hunswa.
Oh, only 81 boots betted on Gmischa.
Oh wow.
Who is rich now? Nice.